Great result for him.
No question, and the action just keeps on coming. Looking forward to this one. Lithuania and Georgia coming up on the mat.
Well, now he'll really be tested, won't he, Peskavicius? Okruashvili. I'm just wondering, is it Okruashvili? Yes, it is. Okruashvili then coming up. Adam Okruashvili had incredible form 2 years ago and was a real threat. And I mean a real threat to Teddy Riner. We thought that this was it. We had somebody, but just recently not been on the best of form and struggling to find his form. But here he is against Peskavicius. The thing about him is that he's gone over a couple of times and so a little bit unsteady on his feet. Kind of almost told us that he wasn't getting enough sparring in and doing enough in the actual dojo. Do a lot of training, can't you, in the gym, but you champions are made in the dojo, judo champions, that is.
No question about it. Experience is hard earned.
Well, I know if I was Peskavicius' coach, I'd say just get on your bike and keep moving, because that is certainly the way to do it.
Okruashvili obviously the happier of the two in close. Less work for him to do, less movement.
Yeah, that's exactly the point. He likes it in there, and Peskavicius does as well, mind. And he could throw Okruashvili at the moment. Asked me 2 years ago, and I would have put it completely the other way around. But he's on good form today, Peskavicius. Needs to start to get the feet moving. Okruashvili, normally when he gets the grip, throws it across, throws his hips across. Aramaki Komi, his technique, but doesn't do it so often of late. This is a time to use your range. Peskavicius has got incredible range. Wants to put that Uchimata in, because I think it would work at the moment.
Three good wins already for Peskavicius. Can he make it 4 here?
Yeah, well, he's been backed up to the edge, but you can't just push somebody outside of the area. You can get a penalty for pushing somebody outside, so it's not something you can do. You can just kind of guide them towards the edge and get them to push back to you, and then you use the action and reaction to your advantage. So Peskavicius gets one anyway. So 2 penalties to him, and 1 to Okruashvili. We really want to see these guys throwing their weight around a little bit. Let's really go for it. Big advantage of Teddy Riner. When he gets his grip, in he goes. Oh, he's got it! Oh, Okruashvili takes him over. Okruashvili throws the hips across. It was the first big attack, wasn't it, that we had? Absolutely. And Okruashvili gets the massive Surigoshi and takes him over. So everything I've said, just forget it.
No, you were spot on. You were absolutely right, because Peskavicius, what happens, he takes a couple of Shidos, switches off for that moment, and then Okruashvili, well, he finds his form finally. A huge throw. You see the power of the two.
Yeah, massive. Arm around the waist. Hips went across, and over he went. It was almost kata. We have different forms in judo as well, incorporating the basic fundamental principles, and that was one of them.
So you have this, like karate, they have the kata.
Exactly.
Stefan Bode taking care of business in the middle. Does it bode well for Okruashvili or Sasson? Sasson so impressive. Excellent performance. And the quickness, he's going to need it all against Okruashvili because, as you mentioned, he hadn't been on form but seems to have turned it around here.
Yeah, really turned it around. And he's going to go for a quick one. He's going to try and go underneath Okruashvili and needs to be quick. He needs to be fast. He needs to stay on his bike. Not stay still. Don't give Okruashvili the time to reel him in. And you can see he's doing that now with the jacket, just reeling him in. Well, I said watch out for the drop, and Okruashvili, if he's not careful, he's just going to disappear underneath him. All those discussions that we had with Sasson to go up to heavyweight. And here he is with at least a silver, but possibly a gold. Just trying to set up the line. He's going to go any second now. It's going to be on the left. And there it is. Oh, he didn't have the arm. Should have had the arm, but both of them get a penalty. Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't he just attack? Thought he did, but anyway, judged as a false attack because he didn't have the arm with him. Can go the other way as well, Sasson. You can go off the sleeve. Great aerial view there. You can see which way they're circling. Okruashvili a little bit passive in a lot of his fights. So that's a great advantage for Sasson of Israel because he just needs to keep it moving. And there's the Sienagi again! And a closer one this time. Oren Smadja. So passionate with his coaching. And a second penalty there to the Georgian. Is he going to go the other way this time, Sasson? This is the time, if he's going to win the heavyweight championship of Europe, this is the time to do it. Needs to really keep busy. Arm on the inside this time. Got the inside grip. Is he going to go? And just needs to kill that dead. Okruashvili this time with a good attack. Ouchigari driving Ouchigari. But this time Okruashvili can't quite control him and can't quite get him down. There's the Sienagi again, drops underneath. Still 2 penalties up there for Okruashvili. Sasson, little look over there at Oren Smadja. Doing everything right so far. Still a long way to go though. Not even halfway. Needs to use his feet, keep moving all the time. If he can get one more penalty up there against Okruashvili, and he drops down for the Sienagi again. Got to be careful of the shimiwaza. Is the strangle on? Oh, he's turned into the hold down. He's tapped out, and Okruashvili has won the gold medal. That was superb transition. And how many times, John, have we said about the importance of the transition?
I just cannot believe it. I sat there, I was supposed to help you commentate that one, I just sat and watched it because it was such a good match. And Sasson tried the same technique 3 occasions, and as you said, Okruashvili in that transition, he let him use his strength, he let him use his best technique. I remember you saying about you used to let them use the leg, and,
yep.
And he said to him, go ahead, keep doing it, and keep doing it, and he stood there, he took it, didn't bother as an attacking force, used his strength, used his bulk, used his muscularity, and that's why he's the champion. But as that transition made the difference.
Yeah, it really did make the difference, and it was really lightning fast, that transition. He had the neck, and Sasson turned in actually to release the pressure of the strangle and directly into the hold down. But Okruashvili kept the strangle on and said, no, you can have the strangle as well, and of course that's why he was tapping so furiously. Still a silver medal, and a well-deserved silver medal for Sasson, but credit to Adam Okruashvili because that was superb.
Absolutely brilliant work from the big man from Georgia there, Okruashvili. That's what it comes down to sometimes, is patience, quality, and he manages to execute there with the massive hold.
And he was leaning on that strangle as well. He still had the strangle on, and he put the strangle on with all his might. He leant on it, and like you say, used his weight as well to great advantage. Pats his chest, but he's saying, I'm Georgian. What do you think about that? So great result.